Hello, welcome to my latest video. First of all, apologies if the dogs start barking. Um, they probably will. There's a lot of people about at the moment outside, and it's not the dogs that's the problem, it's the bloody people. I'd give anything to live in the middle of nowhere. But anyway, we'll see how we get on. I'm painting on canvas today. It's quite small, 12 by 8 inches. And I'm going to start waving my hairy stick about and see what happens. So just establish a horizon first of all with a bit of Payne's grey and sap green. Oh, interesting hill already. But that doesn't matter, I'm going to be going over it in a second when I do the sky. So yeah, just going to put some titanium white on my rake. Just churn it up a bit, make some interest. Yeah, not bad, quite effective. Me and my wife were chatting about London the other day and some of the funny things that we did. And the other day, I mentioned about that man on a boat chucking a rope at me. But before that, this was literally only just arrived, and a whole string of funny things happened. Um, in London, I'm the friendly northerner, but he say hello to everybody. And we arrived at Euston Station and got a taxi. And I sat in the back of this big black cab, and it's got all the glass and the perspex and everything between you and the driver. And the driver went, "Hello, are you okay?" I went, "Yeah, yeah, not bad, thanks." And he were having a right old conversation with me, and I was going, "Oh yeah, yeah, not bad, yeah, And then he asked me, "How's Dave?" I thought, oh, Dave's fine. He's, yeah, not bad. And I thought perhaps he thought I was somebody else, and I was chatting away, being polite and friendly as you do. And he was having a right old natter. I mean, normally you get in a cab in London, they don't say a bloody word, but this one was chatting away. And I was entering into the conversation. And then he turned his head, and I noticed he had a bloody one of them little earpiece phone things, and he was talking while he was driving. So he wasn't talking to me; he was talking to whoever was on the phone. But yeah, I had a right conversation with him. God, yeah, my family were cringing, couldn't believe it. Yeah, but this other occasion, it was totally different. When did we go? It was me and my mate Paul Joinson, the photographer. We went, and we've been a couple of times together. And there was this one occasion we got a cab again from Euston Station, and there was this lady with a northern accent driving the cab, and we were chatting away. She asked where we're from, and I said, "Well, I'm from Buxton originally." She went, "You're joking? I'm from Macclesfield." "You're joking me?" So yeah, she's from Macclesfield, and yeah, she moved over here 5 years ago. And we're having a right old chat. Yeah, she was saying how tough it is being, training to be a cab driver. It takes about 4 years to be able to drive a cab around London. It's like doing a master's degree in driving a cab because you got to know the whole place and you're tested on it. And yeah, it's hard work to get your license to drive a cab around London. There's not only the driving side of it, it's the local knowledge as well. So yeah, she gave us a guided tour of the place. It was nice. She didn't charge us extra, just drove about. Yeah, it was nice. Yeah. So yeah, that occasion we stayed at the Tower Hotel, which was fantastic. It was brilliant there. Right next to Tower Bridge. We had a view of it all as well. It was incredible at night. Yeah, I do like London. Yeah, we had some real good fun there. So already, we're nearly 6 minutes in, and we got a painting already. It's not perfect, but it's a start. That slab there on the left's quite interesting. Definitely keep that, I think. See how we get on. So plenty of big movements. I've got my headphones on. Yeah, I do like London. I've never had a bad experience in London at all. The only thing was one time I had one of them suitcases with a handle, and I was trundling it along somewhere, and at some point someone undid the zip in the front pocket and nicked me Kindle. Well, it didn't put me off going because that could happen anywhere. Yeah, one bad experience out of loads of visits isn't bad going at all. Hey, the Kindle was ancient anyway. It was knackered. Got a new one out of it, so can't grumble. A few scrapes in with the end of my paint tube. Oh, we were at where was it? Bloody I kept losing my ticket. This one weekend we went, constantly losing it, and I think we're at Russell Square or something like that. And my mate Paul, he went ahead, he got through the barrier with his ticket. I couldn't bloody find mine. Yeah, so Paul was stood there laughing. And it was happening all weekend. It was every time I lost my flaming ticket. Yeah, so yeah, I couldn't get out of the bloody station. I think in the end, I either found it or a member of staff there saw sympathy and let me through. But oh, it was all flaming weekend. I was losing my ticket, much to Paul Johnson's delight. Yes, churning up the sky a bit. It's quite effective, that orange I put in the sky. Yeah, it's like another world. London is, really is. Yeah, it's like being in a different country altogether. It's it's nothing like Wales, that's for sure. Yeah, it was that one occasion McKindle were Nate, but bumped into so many nice people. Yes, I suppose it's same everywhere, isn't it? Yeah, and we went past Downing Street, with all the armed police and all that business. And Paul, he talks to anybody. He's really friendly and outgoing and everything. I'm the opposite. I try not to, if I can help it. And yeah, he talks to everybody, regardless of who they are. And he went up to these armed police. I thought, oh God, we're going to get bloody tasered or something. But they're actually very nice. And Paul was asking, so which one's the Prime Minister's window? It was Theresa May at the time. And they even pointed, oh, she's got that flat up there. See that window where the light is? That's her flat. Oh, bloody hell. Really friendly. But yeah, I thought we were going to get bloody shot at one point. Yeah, they do, for all, I know they get a bad press and people don't like them, but I think they do a brilliant job. Um, we were going to, where were we going? National Gallery. And so we're heading there down towards Nelson's Column and all that stuff, Trafalgar Square. And there were police absolutely everywhere, and ambulances and all sorts of bloody stuff. I thought, what the hell's gone on here? And it was a big demonstration, or two demonstrations, really. It was the anti-Brexit people and the pro-Brexit people. And yeah, there was crowds everywhere, and it did get a bit heated at one point. Yeah, the police had to do some intervening, but it was exciting. Got some good pictures from that. Yeah, so instead of going to National Gallery, I went there. Yeah, it's brilliant. Heaving with people, and I don't like crowds. But in London, I didn't seem to mind. 'Cause I had my camera to keep me occupied. So yeah, it was. Oh, excuse me, dog's barking. I apologise. They'll calm down in a minute. Yeah, there were these. I'd say men in the 50s and 60s, Cockney blokes, and they were squaring up to the police and all sorts of bloody stuff. And yeah, it got quite heated. So anyway, it started raining and everyone started going home. So excuse me, dogs again. So me and Paul went to the pub on Trafalgar Square for a pint. There's a Weatherspoons there, and all the same blokes were inside the pub just having a pint. So it was a weird situation. So they go and cause trouble with the police, and then go and have a pint after. And these blokes, must have been family men and everything else, lawyers and God knows who else. Yeah, I think we're just about there. It's kind of reminiscent of Burbage Edge in the Peak District, I think. Yeah, it's not bad. A few finishing touches, but I think we're very nearly there. Just reaching that point where I know I've finished. I don't want to do any more. Yeah, don't want to do too much. I'll ruin it. I think that is very much jobs are good and yeah, I think that'll do me. So as I say, thank you so much for everything, and don't forget you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, WordPress, Instagram, YouTube, and my website, jonkidd.co.uk. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.